Okay, this is part 2 video. Eric Clapton and friends with Crossroads for John. We finished part 1 and we're at timestamp / subgroup 239. So we're on the one of the solos that's going on. So on this one, it's alternate picked. You're going to go 13-12 on the E. Let me kind of run through the riff a little bit. It's going to go oh, my bad. So we got middle 13 B, index 12 high E. You're going to go down up. So the B is down, the E is up. Drop the pinky down to the 15 E, do B and E. Do it again, but go to the 14 E, and then right back to the 15 E. So you're pivoting between the B and E string. Then the 13 B, and then hit 13 and 14 2 times together. And then 13-12, and that'll slide into nothing. 9-10 on the E and B. You'll see parentheses in your tabs. That's just a start point for the slide, a roundabout. It's not like you're hearing it go. It's just the length of that slide. That's an approximation of that. So slide that up to 13 and 12, but when you get there, bend it a half step. And also you're going to hit it 3 more times. So you'll have hold on here. And then 12G, 14D. 12 pull off to 10 on the D. And then 12-12A slide. You also have a vibrato in there. So last line, 7G. Play some of this for you. This is that D7 shape we were using. It goes. Start again. And one thing I want to make sure that you understand, John, is with some of the picking, even though it's written in the tabs, you can change it. I know there's a page coming up. This is a 9-page tab lesson where you may see some alternate picking starting with the down. It doesn't mean you can't start it with an up and do the alternate picking consistently. So experiment and see what tends to flow with you the most. So we're sliding to 9G, leave it down, go to the 9E, the 8B, and then go EBGE, and then a rest. So you have, oops, and then back to this. 1 second here. Do I have all our pages? Yeah, we got them all here. Shoot, just totally lost my place. Oh, so 2-2-2. That's our A chord twice. All opens. Back to the 2s. Then we got 2A pull off to open, and then 3E with a half step bend. So a lot of techniques like that. You'll see a lot of bending, a lot of hammers, a lot of pulls, a lot of vibratos. That's a 4-note little riff that sounds cool. So I want you to remember that as you're going through these. There's so many cool things that can be on a smaller scale as far as bag of trick riffs, you know. So we would have a, oh, I'm sorry, that was on the D, by the way, 2 open. Now we move on to page 4, approaching the midpoint. This is timestamped 2:30. So you hit the open G, slide 2 to 4, that's middle finger. 3B, rest, and then an open E. But they're all ringing. And then you'll see a line over the top. If it's thicker or darker, it's a hold. It means you're going to leave the notes down. So. 2G, pull off to 1. So when you do something like this, we got to have both fingers down because we're pulling off not to an open but to a fretted note. So you don't want to go and then try to drop that down. Keep them both down, really solid. That's what you should have going on there. And the 2D. Open D, and we're building a D7 chord now. 2G, 1B, 2E. So you'll go. So you'll separate it though. D, G, and then the E and B together. Pick the 2G, slide up to around fret 9. You'll see that in parentheses. After that, D hammer to E, so that's open D. G open, open D. So those 4 notes. 3A, half step bend. That's a cool riff too. After that, timestamp 235. Back to some of the rhythmic stuff. The open A, the A chord, opens, 2s. So hit the 2nd fret D and G, and then you'll go 3rd fret E, quarter step bend 2 times to 2A, and then back to this rhythmic part. The A chord opens, A chord. Oops. Okay, then finally we hit some repeats. It goes back to section 2 1 time, and then the second guitar solo comes in, and this is time stamped at 312. And it starts up on way up the neck here, 17 and 18. The 17 is the B, 18 is the G. You're gonna bend it quarter step. Just think slight. You don't really have it much to gauge off of with something like this, but oops. Actually, you're just gonna bend the first one there, 17 and 18. Yeah. So once, again down, and then down up. I keep wanting to bend the second one. That's that one. 17B, step and a half bend. Your middle finger's already there. Just back it with your index. Now, we're bending it to sound like fret 20. So it's, do that twice. So, and then hit it again and just vibrato. So, but definitely test those. A lot of times people undershoot those because it's a ways, man. So hit the 20, kind of keep that ringing in your ear. Know that that's where this is going. And then we're going to jump over here to 15B, which you're right next to it anyways. And do a pick hammer pull, 15, 17, 15. And then 17G quarter step bend. Okay, and then 15B, 17G, 14G, 14G, vibrato, slide. Timestamp 317. We're going to go from fret 9 on the G up to around 21. This is another feel thing as far as the slide goes, but I like to catch all those little things, man. It's part of the feel that Clapton's putting in this. So, oh wait, that was 7. But your hand kind of will hit the curve here, the cutaway. After that, 5G, quarter step, 7D, vibrato. 5A, 3A, half step bend. Now that's bending a C to a C sharp. So, and there's kind of a rest in process on that half step bend, so don't go. Then we have Alternate picked 5, 6, 7 on the G, and that's first, second, third finger. 5B, 7G, whole step bend. So 7 vibrato on the G. Then we got, it's a cool little run too. 5, 7, G and D. This is alternate picked. I start with an up. 7, 5, G, quarter step bend. 7, 7, D. Vibrato, slide. Another little thing. Take stuff like that, play them the octave up. You know, make them comfortable. You're going to end up taking some of these and putting them in your own style anyways, so some you may adapt to more than others. Next one comes in at 324. This is 8B. Let's play the riff first. Let's see. That's a cool one. Yeah. So within these cool longer riffs are maybe 2 or 3 other cool short riffs as well. 8B, whole step bend, back it with some fingers. And that's got a rest on the way. 5E, 8, 5B, 7G. I missed a 5. Then back to 5B. Knuckle shift up to 5G. That's your quarter step. So it's... Man, that's a big deal that I almost missed that 5. It really changes it. If you have to take 4 notes at a time and go over them, that's cool. Knuckle shift is just rather than lift it, you know. 7, 5, 7D, 7A, slide to 5. It's a quick slide, and then 3 hammer to 4 on the A, vibrato. So oops, it's a great riff. Open A, 1 on the D, G, and B, and he slides up. So 2, 2, D, G, open G, 3 hammer to 4 on the E, and an open A. Now we can move to page 5. So we're a little past the midpoint right now by half a page. The A, the open D and G and B, and back to the A. Then 9, 12 on the G, 10 on the B. That will sound like this. It's alternate picked. Yeah. 12B, half step. 10 hammer to 12, vibrato. Pull off to 10. Timestamp 3:35 is this. 13, pull 10. Rest, 10 vibrato. And then 12, 10, 10. GBB vibrato. Twice, slide. 7, slide to 9 on the G. This is back to kind of that 7th chord we were doing earlier. Use your middle finger for the slide. And grab the 9E vibrato. Alright, so we have... Do it again without the slide. Then go like this. See. 7, 5 on the D and the A. We do pull off on the A. And then 7A vibrato. Timestamp 3:40. 5, 6 on the G. Let me run through a little bit of this. Oh, this one was cool. 5-6 G. Totally lost my place. Oh yeah, there it is. Alternate pick. 5-7 B, 5 E. And then 8 slide to 10 on the B. And then go down up. So we have 10 E, slide to 12. And then 10 hammer to 12. 10 E, 13 B, half step. So really pay attention to those bends on how far you're going. 10 B, slide, descending. And then our next one is 15 B, 2 whole step bends. The second one is a bend release, pull off to 13. So, and then 14 G vibrato. So 13 B, half step bend, rest. Timestamp 3:48 is this. No, let's see. Yeah. 12-14 G, 13-15 15 B, whole step bend. 13-14 B G, vibrato. So that one's 13-15 15 on the B, whole step bend, rest. 13 hammer 15 B, vibrato. 13-15 15 on the B, bend release pull to 13 again. But this time the 15 B will be your vibrato. So 13-15 B, whole step bend on the 15, release pull to 13 again. 15 B. Now we can move to page 6. Might be able to fit this whole page on this video. It's going to be a 3-parter. Then another one similar to that. 13-15 bend release. So 13-14 G, 15-13 B, quarter step bend. So that'll sound like this. G after that. So, and then 13 B, quarter step bend, slide, then a rest. Timestamp 3:58. Let's get this a little closer. Goes like this. 5-7 D, 5 G, half step bend. And then go 7-5 D, 7 slide to 5, pick the 5 after that. The 7 is a gliss slide, so pick instantly, or slide instantly I should say. Don't go. It's, and then pick, go 4A, 5 twice on the A, 6, 7, 5 hammer or 5 slide to 6. So you have, and then go 7-9 on the D, 5 G or 5 D hammer to 6, and then 7 slide. So you'd have, let me try it and back up a little. That's up to the 7 D. We need that on the A though. That's the problem. So let's try it from here. Then we had 7-9. Yeah. There's that one. Timestamp 4:05. 9-9 on the G. That's alternate picked. 8B, half step bend. 10-8 B, half step on the 8. Do that again. And do it again, no bend. This little riff, let me play it. It's the 4th line down in your tabs. So, pentatonic stuff. 10-8 on the B. 9-8-7 G. 5 as well. It's not that fast, but 7, pull 5 on the D, 7 D vibrato. All right, and we may go to part 3 now. No, let me show you this quick little rhythm. Back to the A string with the A's, opens, A's. So, and then open to open. Half step 3, and then the second time no star. That'll make sense. Section 2, 1 time is after that. Part 3 will start guitar solo number 3. So that worked out.